Hi, welcome. My name is Chad Evans, and in this video we are going to talk about how to assemble your saxophone alto or tenor saxophone. Many cases now, that sounds like something that should be very easy to do, and it is, putting together your horn. It's a very easy thing to do. But sometimes students are anxious and they begin to put their horns together, and a lot of things can happen. I've seen students cracking their reeds trying to put their horns together. Sometimes the mouthpiece, putting the mouthpiece back on the cork, fall off, hit the floor, and the mouthpiece cracks the tip. Octave key gets bent. This is the octave key here, so they're bending the horn, trying to get the mouthpiece on, and they're bending it. So a lot of things can happen when you're putting your horns together. Parents, after 2 weeks after having the horn, going to get repairs. And most of the time, it's just how the young students or beginning students are handling their instruments. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you how to put your horn together and keep your horn safe. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay, so now we have our horn, the case is open. This is very important, how to pull your horn out of that case. We don't want to do this, we don't want to grab it any old kind of way. You want to take your hand and put it inside that bell. Once you put it inside that bell, you can kind of like put your hand on the back end of it or on the front end like this and just lift it out. Same way with putting it back in. When you put it back in, you want to have your hand always on that bell firmly, and you just let it back in just like that. See that? Let's try that again. There's our horn. We have it ready to go. We put our hand inside the bell and we open it up. Now some horns, some cases, the horn is turned the other way. Let me show you what I mean by that. You may have your horn may come like this inside the case. In that situation, you will put your hand inside the bell and you'll lift it out. Okay? The main thing is you want to lift it out this way and put it in the same way you extract your horn from the case. Put it down gently. All right, well, here's our saxophone. We have several components of the saxophone. We have the body of the saxophone, this part right here. We have the neck of the saxophone. This is the neck. Kind of looks like a neck, doesn't it? That's the neck of the saxophone. We have the mouthpiece, the reed, the ligature, and this is the cap that covers the ligature, the reed, and the mouthpiece. The first thing we want to do is put our mouthpiece on the cork. This is the cork. And in the cork, the mouthpiece goes on like this. You see, you open up your mouthpiece, not this way, but it goes on this way. Your neck, this hole is facing you. You put the mouthpiece on, and you just kind of gently push it on. If it's not coming on, if it's too tight, you take what is called cork grease. We take our cork grease and we apply some cork grease onto the cork, hence the name cork grease. And that allows it to slide a lot better onto the cork. And you just slide it on there. You want to avoid this area here. This is called the octave key. A lot of students will hold this and try to put their mouthpiece on, and when this thing starts bending, then you start to have problems with it actually closing that seal. So you want to avoid that. You want to just keep your hand down here, gently touch the sides, or stay up here. But if you got enough cork grease on, it should slide right on. Don't put the cork grease on your fingers because it's going to be hard to deal with the horn after that. Once you have that on, you want to get your reed. You take your reed and you plant your reed right on the mouthpiece. Now, notice this. I'm not putting my reed in this way. You want your reed that flat end, because this is kind of round. You you want your reed to go in on the flat part of the mouthpiece. It's very important to line your reed up carefully. You don't want it too far up the edge. See that? You don't want it too far down. You want it right along the edge. And let's turn it around. You don't want your reed over here. You don't want it over there. You want it centered as much as possible right on the edge. Now here comes a trick. You want to try to hold that there as you put your ligature. The ligature is this thing that holds the reed and mouthpiece together. And you slide that ligature on. Now once you slide that ligature on, you want to make sure it goes all the way to the round part of the barrel of the mouthpiece. Now once you do that, you say your reed kind of slipped out of shape. That's okay, out of place. What you want to do is just place it back, and then you tighten up your screw. Tighten up your screw, just like that. And this is the cap that covers the mouthpiece. It protects it. Sometimes after you finish playing, or while you're playing and you set your horn down, you want to cover that because this reed cracks a lot. You want to make sure you never push down on the front of that reed. So that's how that looks. That's what that looks like. And this is the neck strap. The neck strap, you see, let me cover that right now. Let me cover my reed just in case we run into an issue. And the neck strap, pull our horn over, the neck strap, this hook goes right into the neck like that. And we're going to pull our horn up to our posture. I'll show you how that looks. Now, while the horn is like this, in this situation, you take your neck, you turn it around. Oh, one other thing I forgot to tell you. There's going to be a cap in your horn. You want to pull that cap out. I already took mine out already. But there's a little metal cap that might be, or might be plastic. You just want to pull that out. Pull it out and set it down. Now, we take our neck, we place it in here, and we just kind of shake it, shake it, shake it, and there we go. We're ready to play. Set it up. This screw here stops it from moving around. But once you set it where you want, you tighten it. That's how you assemble the alto saxophone, tenor saxophone. Now, if you want to take it back apart, put it back in the case, what we do is you take the neck off, set down the body. You work from here. If your cap is on, you take your cap off, you take your reed, your mouthpiece, and you screw back and forth. Do not engage this area here. Back and forth, take it off, lay that down, you unscrew your ligature, pull that out, you lay it down, and there you have it. You put your horn back in the case. Now, you don't have to take your mouthpiece and your reed apart every day if you're playing every day. I'd say you can leave it on 2 or 3 days and then rinse it out. But you know, you don't have to take it out every day. All right, so there you have it. Now your neck strap, this is what holds the horn together to your body while you're playing it. You're not going to hold the horn like this. You're going to have a neck strap. And you see this hook right here? This hook right here? Well, you put the neck strap hook right in there like that. Sometimes every hook is different. I had to pull on mine to get it in there. All right? So there you have your neck strap on, hooked in. Now when we get ready to play our horns, what we want to be able to do is just bring the horn to our mouth. But we don't want to pick it up, right? We want to bring our horn to our mouth ready to play. Head upright, we don't want to bend over. Head upright, and we take our neck strap and pull our neck strap up to where we are. and we begin to play. Right? Lower it down again. See? Now we just pull our neck strap up. See that? And we get ready to play. We're all lined up. Now, I'm going to tell you now, the neck strap that comes with your horn is not going to work as easy as this one, right? So you may have to upgrade your neck strap. You know, students, I've had students just try and do it, and it's because the neck strap is a pretty cheap neck strap that they'll give you. So, some horns give you the neck straps. So, this is how you want to be able to pull your horn up and down. Well, I hope that helped you, and it should. If you go by those, instructions that I gave you for putting your horn together, go along with the video. Get each part, place them, separate them, look at them, and go over and over and over again. Sometimes, like I said, I'll tell the students to just assemble your horn this week, and when you come back, we'll be ready to go. So do that. Your horn will stay safe. You won't have any reeds cracking. You won't have any octave keys bent. You know how to lay your horn down and all of these things. Okay, I hope you had a good time with the video. See you on the next one. We have to start playing some notes.